to Winston-Salem and another stop along Tobacco Road, which is home to the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, and the fans have been ready to get things started since early in the day. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Kennesaw State Owls, taking on the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Demon Deacons will boot it away to start the game. From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Owls offense will start this game off. And this wide receiver, he's the linchpin to the offense. They want to make sure they find a multitude of ways to get him the football.
And it's a risk-reward scenario on defense when you're trying to cover this guy, Reese, because you play man coverage, you risk him running by you and catching deep balls. You play too much zone, and then he can hurt you after the catch. A lot of different ways, but this guy is very dangerous.
After that last completion, it's second down. He's looking to throw. He finds his man. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. You had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Kennesaw State coming out with another first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. With jet sweep pass. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead from the inside.
They're about to snap it for the 10th time on this opening drive, but they need a conversion to keep the drive alive on third down. It's complete. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting it up.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer.
Touchdown, Kennesaw State. A great catch and run for 6.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a third down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. He'll bring it out. It's Woodside. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Demon Deacons offense will go to work for the first time. One way to mitigate the explosive capabilities he has on the outside is be physical with him, and this dude will do that.
He will do that, and you don't see a lot of offenses take the top off this D because of this guy roaming around in the middle of the field. He is a true center field.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
And you could tell this offense wanted to create a little bit of space being backed up, but how about the D? Coming out firing on all cylinders, getting the sack on the very first play.
Hoping to find one that works this time on 2nd down from the 7. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. At the end of the quarter, it's Kennesaw State on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. First down to start the drive after the break. Caught in the backfield, it's low. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
How about that play by the speed back? We hear about speed backs, and he's not the guy that runs in between the tackles. But let me tell you something. When you're trying to catch a guy like that and you're running full speed with everything you have, a lot of times you're just trying to get him to the ground, and you're not trying to put a good shot on him, and then all of a sudden they're breaking tackles. Great job by that young man.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
At the 15, he's loose. This senior quarterback never afraid to run it when he has to pick up a first down.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes. And then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
He's going to pass. They're setting up the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack, once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Flips it out to the back. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. Kennesaw State coming out with another first down. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Fires to the wideout. Ball in the air, intercepted. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking up the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down or you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have 2 left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
He's got his man, makes the grab. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Going for the big play. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Got some room to run. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The throw to the outside is complete. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. He can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
They just can't seem to cover this guy. He keeps getting open, even when he's running out of space on the sideline.
Yeah, running out of space, they're still going to feature him. They see the matchup, and look at the balance and the coordination and just knowing where I'm out on the field to get the feet inbounds and secure the catch. What a play and what a day for this young man.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 2nd and goal, they go right back to him. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. They've moved it right to the edge, and they need 1 more yard for the touchdown on 3rd. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Owls! Man, did he show some hops for that one.
Some serious vertical right there. I tell you what, everybody in front of you, hey, I'll go by air if I need to. Good job getting in the air, getting a touchdown.
Lining up to tack 1 more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Winston-Salem. What a fine performance we've seen. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between 3rd down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most.
Kennesaw State ready to kick it off to start things here in the 2nd half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Going to the run to start this 2nd half. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Smashes through. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. And the Demon Deacons moving quickly to the line. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it. Open.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Lining up to convert 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception.
3rd and long is difficult. You have to push the ball down the field. Nothing worse than watching people dink and dunk on 3rd and long and get tackled and run the punt unit on. I like the aggressiveness. Try to push the ball down the field. It's not the worst thing in the world. You throw an INT. It's kind of like a punt.
The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got his man quickly. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on 3rd down and in the red zone. For this defense giving up a 3rd down like that, that is just a gut punch.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Wide open downfield. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal coming up. Powers forward. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football, but when you got to back...
And he takes it to the house. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape. So the offense definitely taking care of their business.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, 2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of those top 15 teams who did battle today. Sam Houston rolled to victory today in a game where they not only capitalized on opportunities, they created them. And that's the way this coach wants them to play every week. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Right back to the well. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And a really nice job by the defense winning 2nd down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good 3rd down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
Setting up the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. The Demon Deacons will line up to punt it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. The give to the single back. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football. With the lead late in the game, if we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40. Kennesaw State right back to work. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Got his man on the outside. Finds a crease at the 20. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. Kennesaw State coming out with another first down. They're going back to the ground. Works his way down to the 10-yard line after a pickup of 3. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll try the run. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Give him 88 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Now on second and goal. Trying to pound their way in. Touchdown, Kennesaw State. And the stomping has commenced. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the fourth, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
He'll bring it out. It's Woodside. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels in 1st and 10. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. Makes the grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35. On first down, here comes this offense. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Looking to throw it again. Quick strike complete.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
Couldn't pick it up on second down. Now they need a couple on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Looking for more room. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. On Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
At the 35, he's got room. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. After ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 13. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Kennesaw State right back to work. Here's the handoff. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Trying to punch it in. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Kennesaw State has a chance now on 1st and goal. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. They'll use the timeout, 6 seconds left on the clock. And here we go, final play of the game right here. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Here comes the 2-point try. Go straight ahead. Worked on the touchdown. Might as well do the same thing on the 2-point conversion. He gets all 8 points on that trip. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll bring it back. He stopped the return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the book. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.